Hi, my name is Ms. Fire, and today we're going to be going over the 10 principles of learning that I would like to be applied to your classroom. We'd like to start with a question. What principles of learning might help maximize student learning? So think about that as I go through the slides. The objectives for today are to extend understanding and knowledge of the 10 principles of learning to be implemented in your classroom and the community. And I would like to clearly communicate classroom observation expectations. What should you expect when I come in and serve you? The agenda today is an overview of the school background. What are the principles of learning and why are they important? The 10 principles of learning that I would like to see in your classroom and what to expect as I observe you. We will end with the questions and survey that I would like you to fill out. The school background. It is a 9th through 12th grade high school. A suburban area, 1,900 students, and 145 teachers. What are the principles of learning? They are research-based principles and theories on how we learn best. By expanding our knowledge of these principles, we can better meet the needs of our students. So the first principle of learning that I identified is learning is authentic. This means that authentic learning connects to what students are learning to the real world and to their lives outside of school. Through authentic learning, students develop problem-solving skills and confidence in their own learning. We can do this through hands-on experiences and various degrees of real-world application to content areas that we are studying. To apply the principle, consider the following. Provide students opportunities to connect to the community through community service projects, bring in public speakers, connect to current events, and model real-world application. Principle number 2. Learning expectations are clear and consistent. This means that effective classroom management is essential for students' academic achievement. So clear rules are one of the basics of effective classroom management and an integral part of learning. To apply the principle, consider the following. From the first day of school onward, set clear expectations and classroom routines for entering, transitioning, and exiting the classroom. Rules should be posted, they should be stated positively, and they should be taught directly to the students. You should also encourage hard work and meeting deadlines. Principle number 3. Learning is personalized. All of our learners have come to us with unique characteristics and preferences and needs and abilities. We need to take these into consideration as we teach our students. A one-size-fits-all instructional approach is not going to work. We should try learning styles theory and universal design because they aim at reducing learning barriers and allowing all students to learn. To apply this principle, consider providing multiple means of content delivery, which means providing videos, audios, text, and visuals. You can also provide multiple means of expression. This means interviews, questions, tests, and presentations. And also provide multiple means of engagement. Lectures, discussions, question and answer sessions, reciprocal teaching, peer tutoring are some examples of how to provide multiple means of engagement. Principle number 4. Learning connects to prior knowledge and experiences. Research suggests that prior knowledge is one of the most important prerequisites for learning. To apply this principle, start out each unit by connecting and relating to students' personal experiences. Ask students to share their personal experiences through Think, Pair, Shares, or through whole class or small class discussions. And we can also use graphic organizers and brainstorming tools such as KWL charts, which get students to access their learning prior to studying the topic. Principle number 5. Learning promotes self-motivation and self-advocacy. When students are responsible for managing their learning, students see themselves as active, capable learners who can make sense of, take risks with, and work on increasingly complex problems. So students who manage their learning are resourceful and resilient, and they gain satisfaction to meet the high expectations they set for themselves. To apply this principle, Build rapport with students so they feel comfortable to come in for extra help. Provide more choices and opportunities in the decision-making process. Have students complete surveys and take polls on topics that you are discussing in the classroom. And involve students in tracking their own progress through self-assessments. Principle number 6, learning is active. When students explain, clarify, and critique their own and others' ideas, their cognitive engagement increases and they develop a sense of belonging and shared responsibility for their learning. To apply this and make students active in their learning, provide opportunities for them to make suggestions and share their opinions and listen to the opinions of others. Create and implement hands-on activities like sorting, drawing, or using manipulatives. Have students do gallery walks and also make lessons and activities interactive, where students are up at the board, writing, or walking around the room. Learning should also be collaborative. This is principle number 7. Social interactions guide and promote student thinking. To apply this principle, Socratic discussions, literature circles, and jigsaw are ideas of collaborative, to make the classroom collaborative. Also fishbowl, think aloud, think pair shares, and debates make the classroom more collaborative. Principle number 8, learning is challenging and fosters deep understanding. Surface learning results in limited transmission of information and rote learning, rather than deep approaches towards meaningful construction as well as application of knowledge. When we foster deep understanding, students relate concepts and ideas to existing experiences and critically evaluate the knowledge from patterns and meaning. So to do this, we can apply and ask our students higher level Bloom's taxonomy questions. We can ask our students to do inquiry-based learnings. We can provide opportunities for our students to make connections to themselves and to the outside world and to other texts. We can also ask students to lead discussions and debates. And we can provide field trips and exploration activities. Principle number 9. Learning is consistently monitored and instruction is adjusted. So research has proven that student learning is enriched through formative assessments, which should be purposely integrated into your instruction. You can do this through analyzing data in a timely manner and determining how students are progressing towards their set goals, and then adjusting instruction based on their progress. You can implement pre- and post-tests, so a test before you study a topic and then a test after to monitor student progress. And you can also have entrance and exit test tickets as students enter and exit the classroom, and anticipatory sets prior to learning a concept to ask students specific questions of what they need to know or will be learning. Principle number 10. Learning is bolstered by feedback and reflection. So feedback is an essential component of learning, growth, and development. Feedback provides individual with information about behaviors of performance. They know what to be, so they know what needs to be changed in order for them to improve. To apply this principle, consider the following. Provide timely feedback that is focused on a specific behavior or skill, and provide opportunities for students to reflect on their own learning through summarizing, creating pro and con lists, and writing critiques. So that is the last of the 10 principles, and we'll go back through them just to review them. So if we go back. Number 1 is learning should be authentic, so it should be connected to the real world. Number 2, learning expectations are clear and consistent. They should be posted in the classroom. Students should understand routines for entering, transitioning, exiting the classroom. Principle 3, learning is personalized, so we should connect to students' own experiences and provide multiple ways for them to express their learning. Learning connects to their prior knowledge, so again, connecting their prior knowledge and bringing out their personal experiences through KWL charts and through classroom discussions. Principle number 5, learning promotes self-motivation and advocacy. So we should ask students to be active learners who make sense of their own learning. We should build rapport with our students. Learning is active. Students should be actively involved in the learning process through things such as sharing their opinions with one another, implementing hands-on activities, gallery walks, and interactive activities. Learning is collaborative. Students should be working together through Socratic seminars, literature circles, jigsaw, fishbowl, think, bear, share, and debates. And then learning is challenging and fosters deep understanding, so we want our students to truly have a critical understanding of this through asking them more higher level Bloom taxonomy questions. And then learning is consistently monitored and instruction is adjusted, so we should have formative assessments throughout. And then number 10, we should provide feedback to our students, and it should be meaningful and given in a timely manner, and they should be required to do it as well. So those were the 10 principles and the review of them. What do I expect of you? Or what do you expect of me, sorry. I want you to grow as professionals, and I want you to become reflective practitioners. We want our students to be reflective, so we need to be reflective as well on our personal strengths and our areas for improvement. As a supervisor, I will evaluate your expertise and the unique situation that you bring, and then I will determine my approach based on that. We will work together collaboratively to solve problems and become better teachers. And I will be looking for the applications of the 10 principles that I just went over. The last thing that we're going to do is a question and a surveys. So I would like you to answer these questions. What was the most helpful component of this presentation? What was the least helpful component of this presentation? And how will you employ what you have learned from this presentation? And the last one, what additional support or resources do you need? So just as we want our students to be reflective, and I want you to be reflective, I also need to be reflective. So answer these questions, and that will help me in the future. Thank you, everybody.